What's that? Come on, let's go live. Yay, it's live. So there we go. Jello, good evening and welcome back to another episode. And we've got the Eddie Stobart tonight. And let's see how we go. So let's go ahead and say a Jello all in the chat. And we'll go ahead and grab the links for all our social medias. So while we're waiting, why don't you come say hello, say hi Spoon in the chat, and we'll get things kicking off. And don't forget to do all the other bits that's coming up. So while we're waiting, we have our Discord up there where you can come join us and have a little chinwag. We have our Facebook account where you can also come have a look and chat, see how things are progressing. We have a link there to the Fiverr store, so you can come see what sort of merchandise you can purchase. Everything you purchase will go back into the company of Fiverr. We have our Instagram account. Rabbit's been playing around with that. I've added something new to it. And up next is our main Twitch account, so come join us live on our Twitch channel. We'll do our live streams and hopefully be swapping one out soon. We also have our Twitter account, so head over to Twitter, hit that retweet, and you'll get a shout out live on here. We also have our family friendly YouTube channel where we play some Minecraft games and Lego games. And we also have our YouTube adult account where this will be going on there and all the other hashtag builds that we've got. We've got the Disney Style House that we're doing for Wabbit. We've got the Titanic. And just recently we've started, which is a sponsored build, is the Batman Tumbler. So let's see. Hi there, Cat Queen. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. First time chat. Hi there, Roy. How you doing? Hi there, Claire. How you doing? And Wabbit is here. She's just playing with her phone and doing some other bits and pieces. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to head over to Twitter and see who these lucky retweeters are, and we'll go from there. If you haven't yet, pop over to one of our issue 50s of Dog's House or Titanic and find out what the competition is. Put in whatever it is in the chat below or the comments, and then you'll get entered into the wheel and we'll find out who our lucky winner will be. That is running for 1 week, and that will be I think that's out this week. It's out this week, so it'll be running for a week, and then we'll work out who the lucky winners are. So while we're doing that, I'm going to head over to Twitter and see who our lucky retweets are. And it's playing silly games with me again. Twitter. Oh, it's only showing the video from this morning. Ah, there it is. Yay! So we do have a little bit going on there. Give it a couple more seconds and I'll give out the retweeters. So yeah, we've got 67 to 70, and then we can close that folder off and put it to one side with the other one. So there we go. Alright, so let's head over to Twitter and see. So the lucky retweeters are in no particular order. We have Roy, we have Claire, and we have Wabbit. Thank you very much, you three, for being the top 3 retweeters. If you do retweet afterwards, thank you very much, but sadly you've missed out, and we do have a few people retweet afterwards. But we also have people do likes. We don't get far with likes, but we get far with retweets. Right, so let's get rid of Twitter. Bring the mini screen back up and see how we go. Right, so let's go. Ooh, 3, 2, 1, and here we go. Right, so we're now coming back in, and we're going to go straight to 67, and so move the other ones out of the way. And obviously it looks like we'll be dealing with the rest of the chassis there. So we'll move that forward. and then we'll see what we've got. So it should be the rest of the axle, and we should be able to connect it up. We'll lift it upside down to make it easier. And again, we're opening that up and we've done nothing at all. So let's move that to one side. Stick that there a minute. Let's see what we've got here. So, yeah, this looks good. So where's my trusty blade? There it goes. We're going to the packet here. We'll grab our trusty blade. Again, grown up, a sensible adult, someone who's competent enough to use one of those, just needs to take a little bit of blade out, lock it off, and then go away from your thumb towards your chum, and just cut it through and score it through, and do it to both sides, and then we'll put it away and leave it on the side. So that is it, done and dusted. I'll put the pieces out. Let's put that in that little bin there. Let's see how we go. So we have some DP07 screws, which we'll be using in a little bit, and we'll have to sort some bits and pieces out. We've got the, let's see, we have the axle or the drive shafts. That goes on the inside. And no sugar plums. Don't want to damage anything. And we'll get that dropped into place. Where it's just gone on a little spin, and I've just got to go like this for one moment. Well, there was a bit of a racket with the enablers, but we'll get there slowly. So we'll drop that in, and that will spin nicely just like so. Obviously we've got some screws either side, and then we have that piece will go in there, linking them up. That's it there nicely. But then we do also have the yoke here, so that should slide in. Right, so it's just going to sit like that, and they go in together, somewhere like that. Oh, too far. Oh, there we go. So that's sitting there like that, and then obviously we'll get a pin that will go in there, as it should turn, which is not going to do for me for some strange reason. There it goes. As it turns, it should all work together. Right, so then we're going to get the rest of the diff and axle together. I'll take it off there, and then we should be able to just place it together nice and tight. Hey, come back here, you. Right, put you back in there. You sit there like that, and then that should all clip together nicely. Right. Down. Why aren't you clipping? There we go. Right, so doesn't want to do it. Let's flip over. Let's try it the other way then. Get in there like so. Put that in there. And trying to line it all up the other way then. So that's all sitting there. Like so. That should go together. doing again? Right, okay then. So we'll screw that together instead. So we'll grab one of the screws. I'm sure it's going to be one of these screws that go in there. Grab our trusty screwdriver. We've got a nice long one. Rabbit! Control yourself. Put the screw all the way in, insert it, and then screw the yoke on. Rabbit! As always, we tighten up and slacken off, and we'll give it a nice screw together. Rabbit! There we go, so it's nice and tight and fixed, and that should just sit in there nicely, and we'll just have to try and squeeze it all together. I'm missing, yeah, that. Rabbit! Stop! So the pin's okay. So that should squeeze together. Give it a tight fit. That's on the go. Pin seems to be alright. I'll put a bit of lube on it and get it in. I think Rabbit might have to go and make a cuppa in a minute, so she can clear her mind. In that place, this one go, so we'll give that little trim up. Right, again, we're going to just use the blade and just go round the outside of it. Good little trim, smooth it off a little. That should hopefully help. If not, we'll try and enlarge the hole in the stem. Just go still like this. Work the hole a little bit. Let's go for a smaller one. Get that in there. So too small. Next one up. That's still too small. Okay, we'll just go for our big one then. That should get on better. I was told by someone from the community to snap the pin off. I don't know why they want to snap the pin off. It's just a tight fit, that's all. Come on, in you go. And you've got glues around. I don't know if anything else that could help. Come on then, here we go. Let's try screwing it a bit more, try and get that hole a bit bigger. Yes, Rabbit, I would love a cuppa when you're ready. I thought this one would look like it's going to be nice. Simple, straightforward one. So we've got to try and get them two pieces together. There we go. That's in. Then we just got to put two more screws in. Rabbit, what you been on? Seem to be smirking. Let's give the end a quick clean up, and then we'll screw another 2 screws in, and again we'll work it in backwards and forwards. Rabbit, can't take you anywhere. There we go, that's nice and tight. And we'll get the other one, the other screw in, give that another little screw. Work it in and out. I don't know what Rabbit's been eating or drinking or anything like that, but we'll give it a go. So then we've got this bezel ring, which obviously holds all the bolts, all the original I can't take Rabbit anywhere. Right, so we're gonna try and line the pattern up as we go, and that looks like it. And then we'll just push it into place. There we go. Almost in. Why aren't you going in? Well, in you go. Let's see. That's 3. Might have to get my flat end out and. Oh, hang on a minute. Sorry about that, one of the little spoons woke up. And yeah, now let's try and get this back in. Looks like that's going to be a bit of a tight fit because we have a bit of excess material there. So let's get blade back out and give it a little trim up. So I can see where it is from this angle. There we go. Let's just clear that way. Ooh, there it is. Put the blade away. Effectively won't be needing it no more. Oh, I'm still attached there a little bit. Just get that end on there. There we go. Got rid of that. So it should now slide in and fit in nicely. Saying that, there we go. 1, 2, 3, and on. In you go. Almost there. Right, so that's all in place. Now obviously we'll place it back in our little storage bit there. Back end in first and then the front. So that always leaves us with 1 DP7 screw left, so we'll take that out there and put it in with the other packet, which we already had open, which was for the previous part of the build where we had a mishap where it wouldn't screw in because it was misaligned. Alright, I think, was that it? looks like that was it. So it looks like we'll get the pin for the yoke there, and we'll get the pins for the rest of the suspension there, the leaf springs. Right, okay, so I think that is it. Yeah, just confirming with the previous issue, which is behind me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and yeah, done it all. There we go. So we're now looking a lot better, nicely together. Rear differential. Right, so let's go ahead and grab the booklet back, and we have a bit of a butcher's through, and we'll stick it away. Right, so what we have here, we have obviously the drive shaft connection joints and the bottom half of the differential, and then most of that's a differential assembly ring. Alright, so there we go. So obviously, yeah, so we did have to screw it together, so that's good. It goes in. Next door is banging on pipes, great. And then we stick the rest of them all together. And I think Web's going to have a quick word with next door. Give us a minute and we'll be right back. Alright, welcome back for that a quick minute ad break. It was unexpected. Hopefully next door's now stopped. So we go and carry on with what we've got here. So we have the delivering the goods. So we've got a foot up there. Can't really tell what's on there because obviously I've got a funny angle again and upside down. Nice pallet work crafts there. Stobart air fleet. Oh, so taken to the skies. And then obviously in the next issue, which will be happening very shortly, we have the leaf springs, brackets and other bits and pieces there. So we'll get onto that in a moment. So we'll bring in the folder. This is where we normally start to do the ad break, but we can't because it won't let us. Right, so we'll stick that away, and then we'll go ahead with the next one. Yeah. Let's just close it off a minute so we don't lose anything, because the ring binder is getting quite full. So what we'll do, we'll bring it back in, quickly go over to the be right back, and then we'll get ready for the next one. So I can sort out the timestamps for the recordings. Right, so here we go, and back we come, and then we obviously are moving on to the next issue, which is 68. And let's just move them away a minute. So I've got a funny feeling in here we have some pins. 2, 4, 5. So we've got 2 this side, 2 that side, and 1 in the centre. So again, we're going to open it up and go ahead. I can go in the overflowed bin, and we'll get that away in a moment. So what we have up here now, let's try and get that wedged. There we go. We have, like I said, we've got some bits and pieces there. Loads of DP6 screws. Crikey. We've got some DD03. So DD is die cast, DP is plastic. So let's go ahead and grab our trusty blade again. Get a small bit of blade out, lock it off. And again, being a competent adult growing up, just slice it across, being nice and careful, away from your thumb towards your chum. And then we just put it away for safe keepings. So let's go ahead and grab that one out. We've got some loads and loads of little pieces there. That's that one out. We can go for that one as well. And then we'll go for this last one. Oh. Here we go. Just slice through it and dice through it. And we should know exactly how we'll go by it. So we can put that in the little bin up there and see how we go. So some of these pieces are going to be quite easy to source and put into place. And the other bits I don't remember seeing on the truck. That looks a little bit dodgy, but we'll come to it as and when, and we'll sort the rest of this out. So we will be needing some of the chassis, and we'll get some bits together. I might have to refer to the instructions in a little while. And we have some pins, they're going to come in handy. They all look like the right size. Job done. So let's grab this out. We've obviously got to put these on. Should go straight through. There we go. That's one side going. That's the other side going. Straight down. And then I'll do the same the other side. And splitting it open that way. Don't want to do that. Don't open legs of them too far. And then we just slot it in. There are two little knobbly bits, and they obviously go into the holes of the leaf springs and work its way down. Alright, so that's them in place and them in place. So we're looking at what, 8 screws there, screwing them in. So let's go ahead and grab the DD06, and then I'll split the corner off. I'm not going to go digging tonight, and we'll go from there. So we want, I believe it is our PH00 screwdriver. We've got to be very careful not to strip the threads out, because we're making the threads, and we don't want to strip them out afterwards by going too tight. And then we'll just do one at a time, working it in gently. And obviously don't want to go too tight. There is a little gap there. We'll just work it backwards and forwards until it just nips up, and then we'll grab the next one and we'll move on that way. Right. Well, I do have a time in mind how long it's going to be, but because of a bit of interactions with the neighbours, it's going to go slightly over. So again, working the screws in backwards and forwards until they nip up just right. That's one in, and we've got 3 more to go. And then we've just got to work out what the next part is. Come on, let's get a little wad of you out. There we go, we've got 3 there. And we'll just take 2 off and we'll keep hold of 1. And again, we'll screw in the other side. A little bit of action. Gently does it. Rabbit, stop. So that's that one. And 1 more that side. So 1 more, not 2. 1. There we go. and then we'll just screw that one in and go from there. If you haven't yet, have a look in the description of the video and you'll see other people that are doing the same build. And if you haven't, or if you have, go over to the channels, find the most recent video and drop them a message saying hi Spoon Centers, sharing the love, and don't forget to obviously hit the thumbs up on the videos, leave them or give them a subscribe or a follow, and obviously it's all appreciated to not just help me but it's helping them as well. So that's one side done. Time to move on to the next side. Let's see if I can get 3 more out. That's 1, 2. Okay, we'll just dive in a little bit and get another one out. Right, so again we've just got to screw the other side. See how it goes. Oh. Yeah, I'm still waiting for the post to turn up. I've got some replacement parts still on order. They should be here soon. And once they turn up, we'll do some repair works and modifications by bringing it all back up to where it's supposed to be. Because some people might go, "Oh, you're missing a piece." Yes, I know. Someone did try it saying, "Oh, you missed something off." I said, "I haven't missed anything off. It's because it doesn't align." And if I try drilling the chassis, the screw won't stay in. And if I drill the plastic, then it'll be too large for the screw and it won't hold. So let's see if we can get that to screw in nicely. There we go. Give it a little work in. Give them a little nip up before we actually tighten them up properly. And again, be extremely careful not to over tighten them and strip the thread out that you've just made. Right. There we go, so we'll move on to this one and see how things turn out. Right. Right, so yeah, here we go. Right, all their dogs now are off. There we go, that's screwed in. Make it a bit tighter. There we go. One quick last look, make sure it's all together. Yep, that is all together. So I'll say that is ready to go in there and there. So now we've got some of these parts left over. Get to, I was supposed to have 2. I think I was supposed to have 2. And having a look, it looks like they go together. So that's got a small pin there. It's got a big pin there. Looks like it goes that way. But it can't go that way, can it? I thought we would have gone like that. Right, so yeah, that looks like it goes like that. That's alright. So I'm screwing this way. That. Let's have a quick butcher's. Oh, yes, that's where it's going inside there. But then there's no way of breaking it through. Right. Unless that goes on there. Right. So look, so do any of these actually line up? Probably not. Yeah, it lines up like that. Goes together like that. So that's got to go on somehow. Why? And we'll have to look at that. So one of them screws goes in there. That goes somewhere. We've got 4 screws in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, leaves me 3. So why I've got some spare ones left over, I don't know. But these looks like they're going quite nicely, so we'll open up our little rods here. Get 5 of them out. And we'll get them together. So let's get rid of the rubbish there. And we'll start with the suspension parts. So let's bring it closer to us so we can see what we are doing. Try not to do too much damage. So we can go 1 rod in the front there. Let's see if that lines up quite nicely. Alright, so we'll give a gentle push through. Once we can get it in. Come on, in you go. Oh, that's it. That's gone. And we'll give that a good old push through. Rabbit, stop smoking. We'll get our pliers out so we can get a good grip and a good push. What is it, Rabbit? Yes. Right. Try and give that a good push through. Doesn't want to go now. Let's get the bigger grips onto it. Alright. Looks like I've got definitely get the big grips on there. So let's see if I can get this back end in. And then just line it up. Get it in the hole. There we go, it's going. And yeah, it's not gone all the way through. Right, give it a little push. Doesn't want to go, I've got to give it a bit of adjustment. Get it a bit closer. Move our stack of wheels to the front so we can try and keep a lot of the work off the workbench. And we'll try and give it another shove in. It's alright going. Let's see if we can. There we go. Oh, I think it's gone a bit too far. Let's see if I can see it coming through the other side. No, it seems to be alright. It hasn't gone too far through like I thought it would. Look at that balance in there. There. Let's try and get the front pin in. Right, doesn't want to go for us just yet. Oh, that is a tight one. Right. Okay, I'll probably have to do that off camera. Oh, nuts! We've lost the kingpins coming out. Right, I will have to glue that in. Right, let's move that side. Get that gripped on there. Get that resting on the back there. And we can do the other side. Right. Oh, out of screen. Right. So let's give it a shove over that way. It's all like in screen now. Now try and get a little flatter around and push. Oh, there we go. That's gone. And we'll just try to push it all the way in. If this one wants to go. Obviously the other side didn't. Oh, I can see it going off the front there. Come on. Let's be having you. No, it's the same as the other side, so I'm going to get the bigger grips on there. Once we're stream, because obviously it's in the toolbox and it's not here. So let's get the rear one in. Oh, that just went virtually slide straight in. Oh. And then what I'll do, I'll pop to the hobby shop, which is about an hour and a half down the road, and I'll get some paint and start touching up some of these silver bits. There we go, that's it. Touch up some of the silver bits so it blends. So that's them in. Still not too sure where that one goes. I will find it. I'm assuming it sticks out somewhere. Right. So this other pin obviously goes in the yoke here, or the drive bit, and then get it stuck in there. Come on, you can get in there. Come on. It's not going. Right, let's give myself a bit of an adjustment. Right, so I might actually give that a little twist a minute. There you go, that looks better. And that's going to go in, and we'll just give that a little push through. Almost there. Oh. Come on, you can do it. Yeah, that do. And that's all connected up. Oh, let's put it over there. So we have a couple bits left there, and so on. So let's get that a flick over. And let's see if I can get this reattached without causing too much damage. Silly kingpin. Right, so back in there. I might do dab a bit of glue on it, and then sort it out, obviously off cam, with a bit of glue. Right, so that's reattached. It's hard really to get that on the back there, but where would that go then? Because obviously 4 screws go in there, and can't see where that goes. Right, I will refer to the instructions for that part, and we go from there. So yeah, I've got that bit together. Okay, so there is 6 on there then. Right, okay. So 2 like that, and 4 underneath. Well, I knew about 4 underneath. And 2 on top. We'll do that on now. So we'll shimmy that way. Grab our screwdriver, and we'll just gently separate. No, because we've got 2 here to do, which is that one and that one. And got 4 on the back side of it. Hold on, let's get some screws out. Okay, we have 3 to start with, so we can put 2 this side, and then we'll get some more out afterwards. So that's got the peg in there, so we'll want to go in that one. Give it once a go. Come on, work it in and out, and we should be good to go. Well, that can still go in a bit more, but again, we want to get the other side in as well, so it doesn't go opsided, and also you want to go opposite corner. Come on. 3. Here we go. And we are functionally good to go. Right, I felt that started to tighten up, so now we can work on the other side. go, so that's nipped and that's nipped. And we've got 4 in the bottom there. I just need to get 3 more out. Come on. 2, 3, and where's the 4th one? There we go. Yeah. Come on. Let's be having you. Come on. I'll go for you then. You're nice and close. Put that to one side. And then obviously it's the 4 down the bottom here. Which is working me. That went in quite nicely. Go for another one. Go for opposite corner, and then we'll do the other 2 corners afterwards. Alright, so we're almost there. Here we go. And then we'll do another one. Just there. There we go. Just make sure that still looks good. It does. Last screw. A minute. Of the DP06. Alright. Then that sits. Let's give it a flick over. Probably kingpin's going to come out again. There we go. Come on. Silly ties. Right, so that sits just underneath there. And then it gets screwed in there with the DD03. I know it goes into die cast, but I couldn't remember where. Yeah, I'm sure we've got some DP03 somewhere, but that's fine. I'll just get that screwed in there with our PH0 screwdriver. And again, we'll just work it backwards and forwards. And then we are virtually good to go. I've probably got that upside down. That's what we can't have. Right. That is it. And then I believe it goes on to what we've already done, which is the rear suspension. Oh, yes, we left them out. So they go in and go where? Let's have a look. I've got that upside down. I'll just have a double check, but it looks like I've got that upside down. But kind of. It goes that way. So yeah, I've got this one way round. No, that goes right. These go in there. One like that. And one like that. Oh. Okay, in you go. Come on, in you go. There we go, you're in. Okay, towards together. And yeah, I'll see where it goes. It goes into the chassis. Right. Let's see, I've got to bring it close to me so I can see what I'm doing, and then I can show you afterwards. I need to get some sort of better platform to work with. So we'll get them two in there. Why? Stop twisting. Right, yeah. You'd like a couple pairs of hands. Let's move them in a little. Like that. Let's see if we can get that pushing gently. One's in. Oh, one's in one hole. Come on. One in the other hole, and then we are trying to get it screwed in. Right, cool. That's a bit of a resistance. And let's give that a little screw in now. Wabbit! What's wrong with you? Right, so that's all screwed in, and then let's give that a little flick over. So that is basically what we've just done. They had to go in the 2 holes there, and that is ready to go. So we stick that there like that. Let's knock that down a minute. And obviously we have a little bit more work to do, but then obviously the wheels will go on there once we've got the rest of the stuff in place, and then we can go ahead with some other bits. So let's go back there, that goes there like that. I think that's all the pieces. So what we'll do, we'll dive on in with the rest of it, and then we are actually good to go. So yeah, shoes, and all the U-bolts we've put in, the rods are in, and then obviously a bit of adjustment, and we get the rod back in the shaft, and yeah, and then obviously it's telling us to put the pins in the front and rear both sides, and we are like that, minus this piece here because that is on order. Right, a growth at the Kingstow depot. Again, I'm reading upside down, so please forgive me. Oh, there's not much information in that one. Just that, the rest of that was all distractions. Cool. Right, okay. And then obviously we've got the pneumatic suspension, so that's going to be quite easy to get to. Right, so let's quickly shove this down there, and then we'll bring the folder back in, give it another open, and go away for another quick 60-second ad break so we can get the next one. So slot that in there, and then we'll cut to break. Don't break my fingers. There we go. Alright, so here we go. So we'll go, be right back, and we'll do a quick 60-second ad break. So 3, 2, 1, and ad break. Right, let's have a quick stretch. Oh, things are going numb. Yes. Ooh, yes. Alright, so while that's on ad break, this is a good opportunity to hit the links in the description and things like that. Links in the descriptions. So yes, we'll go ahead and get some things sorted out and go from there. Oh, next one was 69. 69 already. What is it? We hit 70. That's halfway. So we can have a we'll do a special stream where we do a halfway stream. We have a grown-up drink sitting next to us, and we'll go through all the bits that we've done so far. can't do any repairs or anything because it's only a catch-up stream. So a few seconds left, and then we should be able to crack on with the next part. And there we go. So you did have an ad break, thank you very much, and it's now time to go back. 3, 2, 1, and here we go. So we're going to move on to a 69, which is the pneumatic stuff. And we'll see what comes of it. So again, oh, almost threw the parts out as well. That's not good. Alright, so let's see what we have here. So we have some DPO8s, and I don't have any recent ones. We got other stuff which are recent. Alright, so let's go ahead and stick that over there. Yeah, let's see that, wedge it there. And again, we'll get some parts out of the way. Oh no, loads of straws. That's what I don't want to see. Right, again, a grown up, someone suitable, and everything else. Remember, what we want to do is cut away from ourselves, so it's away from our thumb towards our chum. Oh, didn't lock it off properly. Lock it off, and get a nice good old score through. Away from your thumb towards your chum, and then we put the blade away. So a reasonable grown up, suitable adult, someone who's competent enough to use one of those. And then we'll get that way, and we'll go ahead with the next lot. So this is nothing like real life ones, because obviously real life ones are bigger and made of different materials, and it's, you normally have like rubber airbags. Hang on a minute, it says it's what? Pneumatic suspension. Airbags, they look like brake chambers. All you're missing is the rod that comes through there, that goes on to the S cams and Z cams. Got the two mountings there, and then you've got the airlines there. Alright, okay. So it looks like we've got two spring brake chamber parts, so these have got to be rears. Then you've got the diaphragm part with brake chambers. Looks like you've got a keyway just on this one. So you've got a keyway there, and a keyway location on there. And they seem to like slot together. Yep. So I wonder what. Oh, we don't have big screws. So they just clip together with something. Do they screw on? That sits on. And what's going to hold that on? Oh no. Ah. So yeah, that's the S and Z cams brackets. Then you've got the stack adjusters. They got the parts wrong. They've labelled the parts incorrect. So okay, so that must. Ooh. Let's sit on there like that. That's going too high, so you put that down like that. It's too low. We might have to refer to the book to find out which one's which. That's R and R. No, got it right way around. So we'll stick them in there. There we go. R and R. So it looks like we're going to have one screw in there. That sits in there. That sits on there like that. So yeah, these are brake chambers, not suspensions. So they got that wrong. So obviously, right, so that's got an R on it. Probably won't be able to see it on that slack adjuster. It's got an L. That's an L, so that's an R. Yeah, the R is right down inside there. What? So that's right. That's right. Those are left. That's right. and that's right. So that's left. So what we do to one side, we do to the other. So let's grab out our DP08s. Do we have 6? DD? No, okay. And that's 7, right. Again, I'm not going to go digging through the open packets. We'll just get rid of what we've got here, and we just add these in. So we want our PH0 screwdriver. Should do the trick. And we'll cut these out. Right, so we'll start with putting the diaphragm of the brake chamber together. Ooh. So we've got the two either side, which goes either side, and then we want this hole here to line up with that hole there. So we can then stick the screw in. Yeah, that's the diaphragm side, the foot brake. And then obviously this part is the spring brake. So yeah, they've got that incorrect. And again, we need to work it in and out. There we go, so that's in and out. And then we'll get the slack adjuster, stick it in the hole, and then we'll just line them up just like that. It's really bright silver, but hey ho. So again, we'll get another screw. I wonder if they actually, you must know by now that they've got it wrong. Pneumatic suspension, yeah, right. So we'll give that screw in as well. And that is the brakes as it is. But then, oh, we didn't screw that on, did we? That's got to go from inside the brake chamber, so that's fine. We'll just drop that off a minute. Just from there. And we'll put them two pieces together. We'll reuse this one to start with. Get it through and screw it into the brake chamber, the spring brake part. This is difficult with the rear brakes because the front brakes only have this front part. Spring brakes is obviously dump all the air out the braking system, and the springs take over and hold the shoes against the drum, so it keeps your brakes on. So let's try and get that screwed in. There we go. And again, we'll just get that back into place, and then we'll just get another screw and stick it in just there. So this is the right side, and then we'll do the same again to the left, but this time we'll do the spring brake part first. So again, use the keyway, locate them together, get one screw and shove it in there down the center and work it in. Grab it. What are you trying to do to me? And we'll just screw it nice and gently. There we go. Because obviously you get a socket on there and wind it off to pull back the spring to release the brakes. So here we go. So we'll line this back up and get that in there. Get another screw out, or two, because we only need two more. Come on. Oh, all three fell out. That's alright. I'll just get that to screw in there. Come on. So we've got the bracket, holds it all together, and we'll just screw it in. That seems a bit loose. It's right, because there's not going to be much push and pull on them, and they're not actually going to work, are they? So we'll nab them in there like that. A slack adjuster, and we'll just get that screwed in there. again, this is a quite quick, simple one. Hopefully this gets attached in the next issue. And then obviously these little straws are the air lines, which obviously looks like they go on there and there, same on the other side, and then they just dangle wherever at the minute. So that is the left side, that's the right side. So, or in mechanics terms, this is left, so that's going to be near side, and this is right, so it'll be off side. So that's it this side within the framework, and that was it that side within the framework. So it should be something like that. But hey ho, we'll get to them in a little while. So we'll put the screw away and get on with the booklet, and then we'll go to another ad break. I'm not going to worry about the little tubes just yet, because might have to warm them up a little bit to get them on so we don't snap them. So what we'll do now is have a look at the booklet and see what it says in the booklet, because that's definitely not suspension, it's brakes. So let's have a look. It says left housing for suspension airbag. It's not an airbag, it's a spring brake chamber. And airbag again. Saying airbags, they're not airbags. So what are they saying? 5 and 6s then. 5 and 6s, left and right suspension airbag brackets. They're not brackets. Those are brackets, 7 and 8. Left suspension airbag mounts plate. Then 4 pipes and some screws. They're not suspension. The spring brake chambers. Right, so yeah, okay, we've worked it out, put it together, job done. I haven't put them on because obviously they're probably going to snap off by the time we actually get them in place. So come on, Clio. Right, okay. More about Renaults. A Volvo FH12 Globetrotter. And then it's rear brakes. So yeah, it looks like that piece there will be screwed into that piece there. So how can that be suspension when it's connected to brakes? It can't be. You've got it wrong. Ashet, you've got it wrong. I will reach out to the group page, see if people have actually picked up that is wrong, and go from there. So that's 69 done. Let's go ahead and stick it away, and let's see what's next. I wonder if I've actually got a replacement magazine. Let's do that, and then we'll be on our last issue for the folder. So quickly go ahead and do another 60-second ad break, and I'll get myself ready, and I'll play around with a little bit here. So 3, 2, 1, and ad break. Alright, and again, if you haven't yet, pop down into the description, have a little look, and see if you can subscribe to anyone that you haven't yet, and leave a thumbs up on their videos, leave a comment, say hi, Spoon Centers, sharing the love, and then we should be good to go. Right, I might have to get some hot water. Alright, just rubbing it in between my fingers and thumbs, as well as the palm. The tubes have gone on. Let's do another one. Finger and palm, give it a good old rub, and then gently put it on. So we're just giving a little heat up. Okay. Don't go too hard because we don't want to split the pipe or break the pin. So there we go, that's on. And we are now back. So I've played around with one brake chamber, put the 2 hoses on, and I'll play around with the other one a little bit later. So here we go. So where are we? Here we go. So we're going to come in with issue 70. So 3, 2, oh, ow. 3, 2, 1, and issue 70. So here we go. Last one for the folder that we're doing. So we're doing 35 issues per folder. That's 2 folders now done and dusted. And then it will leave us 2 more folders, and then we have 1 spare one at the end. So again, competent adult, suitable grown up, someone who's responsible. Grab a blade, just a little bit of blade, out, lock it off, and then go away from your phone towards your chum. If you listen very carefully to everything we've said before, and then go to issue 50 of the Titanic or Doll's House, the competition is there. That will help you there. So let's go ahead and rip it open, put that in the little mini bin there, and we'll get the rear brake drums, back plates drums, looks like hubs as well, magnetic hubs, that's empty, and we have DPO 7 screws, so they will go into the brake chambers, I reckon, because there's only 3 and there's only 2 of them. So yeah, like I said, on this off stream or on the ad break, we've put on the couple of airlines. So what we've got here then, we have 2 and a 1. Okay, so they are sided, but doesn't say left or right, so that doesn't really help. Those are plastic, these are plastic as well. That's left and that's right, because just in front of my fingernail, that's an R, very hard to see. And in front of my fingernail again, where was it? There it is an L, so, and again hard to see. So let's see, we want our lefts and left. That looks like that'll go in there. I'm not too sure which sort of angle it'll be, but then that should sit on. So I'm going to do left, so left will be this side. So obviously you've got 2 keyways, you can see line top and bottom, and that will go on there. Let's see we can put the brake chambers to the back first. So let's give it a spin round so we can put the bottom of the truck in our direction, so we can see what's going on. Yeah, can we get it sitting there? Yeah, it's sitting there, and then we want to see if we can get that. That's right, left. So that sits there like that. That should go somewhere like so. Yeah. That go in there? No, it doesn't like it. So that must sit in the front then. Give it a spin round. Never knew them to be sitting in the front, so probably it's got more space really. Let's shimmy that over a little bit, and again doesn't seem to want to go. Ooh, it does have a locating lug. Get out and walk. Right, so obviously only goes in one way, so we'll give that a screw in. So we'll grab our DPO 7 screw, slightly bigger than the other one, and we'll whip one out and have a look. Right, so we'll screw it in again, like always, get it biting and then work it in and out so it goes in nicely. Try and get a nice perch on it. There we go, so that's in there nicely. So this is how we can work out which way round it will go. So it looks like it fits like that. Spin it around, and it doesn't want to go that way, so it has to go because that's not locating, and that locates like that. Right, so that's that one in place, and then obviously that will go over there, one or the other, and then obviously the rear wheels seem to go on the big screw, and then that's it on the screw there. So again, we have to wait for that. There's no way of that sitting on there and locking on. So that's more pieces just sitting around doing nothing. So we'll obviously do the other side, and then obviously these hoses go in at the top of the diff where we've put that little valve in a couple of issues before. So again, we line these up somehow. There it goes, it's locked into place. Grab another screw. There we go, got the screw, and we'll give it a gentle screw in and see how it turns out. What is it, Wabbit? Why do you keep smirking at me? I know you like me. Yeah, I know you love me. Right, there we go. So again, that will then go the other side. So let's lift that there a minute. Obviously they can't be attached other than by the hoses. And then obviously they get connected here. What I'm going to do, I'm going to get a bit of hot water, I think, or can I just slot them in? Oh, that seems to go in quite nicely without any hassle. I might have thought I would have had to get a bit of hot water on it. So when it goes onto the brake chambers, not the suspension, that we have to do anything. So we've got a nice curve going in there and so on. So we'll whip that off a minute, and what we do, finger and palm, give it a little rub, warm it up, a bit of friction, and then we gently put on one of the pins, a little twist, and then it's almost home. There we go, that's home. And then we'll do the same with the other one. You could place it in your mouth, but then it'd be quite wet and sloppy. Or you could dip it in a bit of warm water, and it'll probably go on. Then again, you might actually overstretch it. So you gently place it on, let the heat do the work from the finger and palm, and there we go, and that's on again. So we'll slot it on this side, get it into place, and then again we try and do what we did last time. So this one closest to the outside goes to the rear, so this one's closest to the outside will go to the rear, and we'll just get that slotted in there, and that very small fine pin, do it nice and gently so don't snap it off. And then the one that's the most inner one goes to the front, and try and get that nice curve in it, and then again put it gently on the pin, slide it in, and try and not to break the pins. Oh, you're going to be sitting there with super glue and pegs and everything else to hold it in place. So there we go. So now they are sitting there. I would have had everything like this put together so it's not just going to dangle there for later on. So that is that there like that. So let's pick it up, give it a little spinneroo so you can see how it is. You can see it's all sitting there quite nicely. Spin it around and drop the back end down so you can see how it is. Obviously they don't look like they are sitting quite well, so yeah, might have to readjust this piece and go from there. But other than that, they are virtually good to go. So let's put that on there like that, and put that just down. So we've got a bit of support while we were doing everything else. So yeah, that is it. So again, we've got loads of bits hanging around, just sitting there doing nothing yet. So that'll be sitting there and there. Let's have a quick look at something while we've got a chance. Yes. Ooh. Let's put that just there. So as you can see, you've got the 3 lugs on there, 3 holes within the rim. So they must line up and sit in there. There you go. So at least we've got it somewhere, and we'll do the same with the other one. Yeah, take that away, put that in the front, and just have that resting there a minute. And again, 3 lugs, flick it over and line them up and give it a little wiggle on. There we go. And then obviously these hubs, once you've got the screw on the axle, they will go in there. It will be a tight fit. Just got to make sure they line up with the bolts behind, and that's how they will be. So again, once they're screwed into place, you've got the hubs that will go on. So what we'll do, we'll stick the hubs on the other one. You can't put them on the front because they'll just fall straight off because there's nothing to grip it. Again, we'll just place it on for now so we don't lose them. Line them all up, job done. So there we go. Perfect. Alright, so we're coming to the last issue for the booklet, the ring binder. So what they're saying, left and right back plates for the brakes, then you've got the housings, which is actually drums, then got the caps and some screws. What do they call them in here then? There we go, a brake airbag. Getting close, not airbags. Brake chambers. So obviously screw them in like we did, and put them down, and it looks like they go are suggested. Place them in, curve them around, and yet put a curl in them and it goes in. They haven't got curls there, it's just screw holes, but they've just put a little curve. Then they must be a bit shorter. Then, oh yep, we've done what we've done them already. Line them up, put them in, and then we obviously just place them in so we don't lose the hubs. What we've got here then, classic colours. So yeah, so that's all the classic Eddie Stobart colours. Truck on TV, number 3. Well, that's a nice one on this angle. And next we have the fuel tank and a battery box. They are issues 71 to 74 is actually sitting in the box behind us, so we'll do that on the next stream. Not straight away, but be another one. So we've got the battery box, and yeah, so there's batteries, got some covers and everything else. So we'll be looking forward to doing that. So let's drop that down there a minute and move that towards you. And yeah, I will be putting this away in the box behind us. Get the screwdrivers over there, ready to go away. I'll put these screws away in a moment. So this bring in the ring binder for the very last time for the streams, because we don't need to get any more out of this. Put in, and we'll put in a number 70 and give it a clip. Ow! Clip up, and we'll just knock it all the way back to the front. So we're starting off at 36 to 70. So again, 35 issues in the ring binder. 37 and there's 36. So 36 to 70. So we should hopefully say we don't need the 5th ring binder, and we are virtually good to go. So it's now time to start ending up. What have I missed? So I missed a bit of chat here. It's all good. Alright, so we'll go ending right soon. So what we'll do, we'll stick out the links once again for anyone that hasn't looked in the description. And we have the Discord, we have the Facebook, we have the Fiverr store, we have the Instagram. Let's just highlight everything. We have our Twitch, where we stream from. We have our Twitter, that we do shout outs for. We have our family friendly YouTube, and we have our YouTube adult account where this is on, including all the other hashtag builds. So yeah, thank you very much for coming along. It has been great, and I will catch you tomorrow for another stream. I think it's going to be Doll's House, and then it'll be a Titanic, and then we'll try and get back to it because we're waiting for deliveries. So thank you very much, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now. Alright, let's go.